afternoon. My name is Stacy. I am from Goodwill Columbus Workforce Development Department, where I am a career facilitator. And thank you for joining us today for our workshop on designing your resume to beat applicant tracking systems. We can do this. So first, I would like to say welcome to Carly. She is going to be our moderator for today. So if you have any questions and comments, please go ahead and place those in the chat box, and Carly will be right on that. So say hi to her for me. She's amazing, knows everything about career development. She's here to help too. So welcome again. Please definitely like, follow, and share all of our social media pages. We are on every single pretty much social media outlet. You can get a hold of us in our Facebook page as well. So go ahead and in our About section, you can have our email, phone number. You can text us, call us, email us, send us a message on Facebook, and we will be right back with you. So what we're going to talk about today, we're going to design your resume to beat applicant tracking systems. So you're probably thinking like, what's an applicant tracking system? What are you talking about, Stacy? Well, an applicant tracking system, let me back up. Let's say you apply to a job. You read this job description all the way through. You have the exact experience they want, the exact years of experience. You know, you are made for this job, right? And so you apply and you wait some more and nothing, right? No word from an employer, no anything. And you're like, what happened? I have no idea what just happened. I am made for this job. Well, the thing is, you probably are. You probably had, the right experience, the right everything. However, the wording in your resume did not have the wording that reflected in their job descriptions, because what employers do is they use this software system called an applicant tracking system. They write their job description. They provide different wording in the job description and put those wordings in the applicant tracking system. So what that does is when you send your resume through or your application through, the system will then pick it up. It will do the words, identify the words that the employers put in there, and then see if those words are on your resume or if somewhere in your application. And if they're not, your resume just flies through and no human eye sees it. But if you do have the words that match the job description in your resume, that applicant tracking system will pick it up, and an employer will be able to read it and review how amazing you are, right? Okay, so let's talk about how to do that. So I'm going to share my screen here. Hope everyone is doing well today. Click on that, and we're going to share. There we go, share away. So the first thing I want to point out to you is our partnership page with Indeed. This is where you need to go in order to search and apply for jobs or create your resume. All kinds of good tools here that you can utilize. So this is the website, partner.indeed.com/goodwill. This is where you can create a resume, of which I talked about this morning, and there are also other videos on that as well on our social media pages. And then you can, search for jobs, go down here, all kinds of good advice, and then you can search for jobs. So what I did, switch that to Columbus. And what I was thinking about is administrative assistant. So administrative assistant, where Columbus, Ohio, sounds good. You can put a zip code there and you go find jobs. Well, I went ahead and found one. Kind of cool little job here. Administrative assistant for the Bear Foundation. So here's what you're going to do. Here's the steps you need to take in order to start designing your resume to beat applicant tracking systems. All right. The first thing you need to do is if you read through this job description top to bottom. Read everything it says, because you want to make sure that you have the experience and are qualified for that position, as well as, is this the job, a company that you want to work for? So this one, their Bear Foundation, it's a part-time job. So make sure that, if you are looking for a part-time job, that you're applying to a part-time job and not a full-time job, and vice versa. So they are hiring, a part-time administrative assistant for the state director in Ohio based out of the Columbus office. Awesome. Okay, so summary. Perform administrative and secretarial duties necessary to relieve supervisor from administrative details. Okay, sounds what I'm looking for. Great. Make sure that you read the About Us section. Matter of fact, it would be a good idea before even applying to research a little bit more about this company. Find them on the internet, look them up, look up their company page, see what they're about. All right. Make sure that it's something you want to do. All right. So it looks good. Now let's go through the responsibilities. Everyone knows that administrative assistants in charge of that office, they run everything. So let's make sure that we are familiar with the responsibilities that the Bear Foundation is going to look for. And let's go through some of these. Now, typing correspondence and documents for use by supervisor or filing. Okay, so that's typical correspondence and documents. Utilizing the electronic system for the reports for file maintenance, basically being organized, arranging travel schedules and hotel arrangements for supervisors. Okay, so remember when I'm going through these for a reason. So kind of put these in the back of your mind here. Maintaining schedules for a supervisor, screening incoming calls and direct them appropriately or to give information to callers, relieving supervisor on staff of the administrative details associated with various projects and activities. You might be leading some projects. Let's see, assisting in pre-hire documents or requirements of new staff, especially obtaining hire approval from the state office, compiling and submitting state reports to state offices, and so on. Okay, so these are some responsibilities that they're looking for. All right, so read through those completely. Now let's go down to the qualifications. All right, so let's see if you qualify for this job. Need a high school diploma. Okay, must be well organized and proofread accurately. So don't turn in a resume with any grammatical or spelling errors because that's telling them that you don't know how to proofread. Must be proficient in Microsoft Office. And then prefer at least 1 year of general office experience. This definitely looks like a good entry-level position because they prefer. That does not say require. So if you are just starting out and want to be an administrative assistant, this looks like a good job to apply for because even though they prefer it, but you maybe don't have that 1 year experience, that's okay. Prove that you're amazing and get that job. So this looks like, okay, I think I'd like to apply for this job. So what I would do, if you have the means, go ahead and literally print this off. Because what you're going to do is you're going to go through these responsibilities again and really pick out some key words. Because what they're doing, these are responsibilities. They put this stuff in the applicant tracking system, so it better be reflective on your resume. So how do we do that? All right, so we printed this off. We read through it. We're like, yep, want to apply. Let's do it. So what I would do is go to the resume samples on the Indeed.com. All right, so where you'll find that is Indeed.com/career-advice/resume/samples. And why do this? Because they're the job experts, right? Indeed.com are the job experts, and they help you find the job. That's their mission. So they are experts also at helping you with your resumes. So why not use this to look at various different resumes? So as you can see, you can browse resume samples. You have all kinds of different industry here. Look it up because industries do use different languages. So make sure that your language and your resume matches the industry language as well. That's why you use this. So as you can see, all kinds of different samples. So what I did, so we're looking for administrative assistant, right? So wow, there it is. Bam. And voila. Administrative assistant resume sample. So this is, again, a sample. And then model your resume not only after this, but how I'm going to show you with the language in the job description. So let's go through kind of resume basics, making sure that your name is up on top and it is nice and bold. And it is your professional name, not like a nickname or anything like that. Right here, putting your city and state. I'll get back. All right. You know what I'm talking about right here. Okay. City and state is all you need. Don't put your full street address because that is private and sensitive information and you don't want that out there, right? Of course, supply it for when you get hired, but definitely just put the city and the state, and definitely if you want to put the city and state that where you want to work. So also you want to try to get rid of as much unconscious bias that the employer may have. So let's say you live clear out in Newark but you want to work downtown Columbus, put Columbus, Ohio on there. That's more than fine, because sometimes if your resume comes across and you're living an hour out, they might say, I don't know if they're willing to do the drive, and they might push you to the side. They get rid of that. You don't want that. All right, put your there you go, phone number on there with a professional voicemail. Nice, simple, clean, to the point. Don't have any music in the background or ring back tone or anything like that, or kids screaming. Just record a nice professional voicemail. Also have a nice professional email. This one's nice and simple. email, that's a fake email.com. That is great. Use it for your professional purposes. Leave your I love dogs email for something else. Okay, you don't want that as your email. Okay, now let's dig in on how to match up your resume with the applicant tracking systems and beat them. So the first thing you need to do is you're going to create a summary. And remember that Indeed has the tools to help you build a resume, and they will guide you through this as well. So summary: dedicated administrative assistant with 3 years of experience providing administrative support to senior executives, accompanied by a proven track record of maintaining efficient operations. Yeah, that sounds great, right? What is really great here is you have your years of experience. You're putting numbers, you're putting data in here. Employers love that. Or 3+ years. Man, I hope you don't hear that construction noise going on right now. It just got really close to my house. Sorry about that. So 3 years proven experience, put that down. You can put 5+ years, whatever. Right? So that is great. And then let's move on to your education. You do not have to put dates of graduation or anything like the education is just fine. Okay. So again, unconscious bias. If you don't want people to know how old you are or how young you are, don't put the dates down. You do have to do the dates for your employment. And that is fine. Making sure that your current employment or your most recent employment is first. With this one, now let's go through these. Okay. Great description. Provide ongoing administrative support to senior executives, driving organizational success through the management of daily operations and special projects. Think about that. All right, let's go back to right here. If you look back at this responsibilities in this job description, it matches it. All right. So if you look right here, bam. Perform administrative and secretarial duties necessary to relieve supervisor from administrative details. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for all kinds of, you're maintaining schedules. I want to pick out some of these things and go back. Okay, you're maintaining schedules, you're organizing, you're being the assistant, you're typing correspondence and documents. Okay, I'll show you where you can see that on your resume. And then arranging travel schedules and hotel arrangements for supervisor. Think of that. Now look back where you have your, experience here. Look at this. Manage calendars, strategically coordinate meetings, appointments, events, and travel arrangements. See those keywords? They specifically ask for someone who, you need to make sure that you can organize travel. So therefore, if they're asking for it, they're wanting it, you put it in your resume just like that, or a variation of that. Remember at the end where they saying you need strong proofreading skills? Put it in your resume. Say, I can compose and proofread memos, letters, reports, presentations. Use this tool. Use these example resumes on Indeed, as well as the job description, to put the language in your resume to beat the applicant tracking systems. If you do not have this language, if you don't have the language that matches these responsibilities, okay, if that does not exactly put, that language is exactly put in your resume, it's not going to beat through the applicant tracking system. I'm telling you. Okay, let's go a little bit more on resume basics. As you can see that this is a current position, and every, description of your achievements or what you've done needs to start with a present tense verb. Provide, manage, compose, because you're still doing that. You're in that position and you're doing that. As you look down here to the former positions, it is in the past tense. So make sure that you're putting past tense, greeted, guaranteed, streamlined. All right. Very, very important to have that right. Now, some other great things. not only can you put your years of experience up here, and remember how I was talking about data, make sure that you have some quantifiable data down here. Like, for example, this person can do 30 incoming phone calls per day, all right, 30 plus. Maybe you have more than, maybe you have like 100 plus phone calls. Yeah, put it down. Look at this. Here's another quantifiable. Executed processing of vendor contracts and implemented a standardized process, reducing contract discrepancy by 90%. That's huge. 90%, something measurable that employer like, that is very, very good. And do you remember that in the job description that we just went through, they were talking about new hires. Looky there. Accurately verified and processed 50 plus new client applications a week. There you go. That matches up. Sounds good. Another quantifiable here, 60%. Let's go down to your skills. Remember that it said, what do you need to have? Proficient in Microsoft Office. Proficient in Microsoft Office. But they want it and you've got it, put it on your resume. Okay? So make sure, and maybe, hey, maybe you're more than proficient. Maybe you're a master. You're a master in Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, Outlook, and PowerPoint, right? Remember also that Indeed has different skills assessments that you can take. And then if you score, really high, you want people to know how amazing you are at that skill, you can attach that to your resume on Indeed. Look at all the good stuff you can do. All right, so make sure that you are highlighting your skills. All right, so there you go. That's it. In summary, just make sure that you're going through, you're highlighting various different responsibilities, and then you're putting it in your resume. Some in your summary, some in your experience, okay? That's how you get in the door for an interview, right? So make your resume shine, show your best self. There we go, all right? And get that job. So if you need any assistance for anything resume related, career development related, interviewing, whatever, that's what we're here for. So please reach out to us. You can send us an email. You'll find that on our Facebook page. You can send us a phone call, a text, Facebook message, whatever. Just reach out to us and we will identify what you need help on, how can we assist you, and get that ball rolling for you. So thank you so much. I hope the construction noise wasn't so loud, but we'll find out later here. And have a great afternoon. Have a great day. It's a beautiful day. Get outside. And thank you for joining us.